The world got a lot more dangerous today because of the incompetence of this president, whose only foreign policy philosophy seems to be to nullify the Obama presidency.
You got that right. All right. Do you remember 1969? I do. Some call it the good old days. I don't. It sucked. Dow Jones was at 800. The average income per year was under 9 grand. Something called Woodstock took place. Look at these people. You know they just smelled bad. Like a fish's jockstrap. I don't know if they wore them, but they could. What also stunk? Fashion. People actually wore this stuff outside. And they weren't pelted with hot garbage. Basically, the world reeked, but I couldn't do a thing. I was just 5 years old. Here's a picture. I was adorable. I was adorable. But I could do nothing to make the world a better place. So instead, I ate as much Play-Doh as possible. The point is, 1969 was a long time ago, 49 years ago. And you'd have to go back that far to find jobless numbers that are this good today. It's true. Applications for unemployment benefits are now at a 49-year low. That's almost 5 decades long, or what I call one episode of The View. So, all right, easy joke. So, Trump's job numbers are so good, to match it, you'd have to go back to an era when not bathing was considered an achievement. That's what we call good news. And humans like good news, but not all humans.
He just tweeted their meeting in Singapore on June 12th, and we'll both try to make a very special moment for world peace.
Well, you know, good for him. If it works, we're happy for him.
You could just feel Joy's pain when she said that. It's like she realized that wasn't a fart. But there are a lot of humans that don't like good news. They're called wet blankets.
Their release should not be exalted. It should be expected. It is no great accomplishment of Kim Jong-un to do this. And when the president does it, he weakens American foreign policy and puts Americans at risk around the world.
Talk about the opposite of fun. To him, the glass is half empty, much like his skull. So, here we have great news, but many politicians and media hacks, all they see is bad. If only there were a drug to help them.
Unemployment has hit 3.9%. That's good news for the American worker. Coalition forces are set to deliver a fatal blow to ISIS. This is not good.
You should talk to your doctor. You may be suffering from WBS.
What's that?
WBS stands for wet blanket syndrome. When anything good happens, you see it as bad news. News anchors get it all the time.
3 Americans held hostage in North Korea are on their way home right now.
Am I going to die, Doc?
There's no cure for WBS, but thanks to Holodex, you can live with it.
Holodex tricks your brain into thinking every day is the day before a 3-day weekend, making it virtually impossible for you to be nothing but happy all the time.
Unemployment is at its lowest in 17 years, and President Trump deserves the credit.
And we're clear.
That week went fast. Time for 3 days of fun in the sun. Here comes the beach.
Dude, it's only Wednesday.
Almost had me, Kevin. You're a laugh riot. Thanks, Holodex.
Dude, what the is that guy on?
So get Holodex today. Your coworkers won't get it, but we do.
Every day is the day before a 3-day weekend. That is some really surreal. Okay, back to the real good news. It wasn't just a human victory, but a ratings one, too.
It's very early in the morning. I think you probably broke the all-time in history television rating for 3 o'clock in the morning, that I would say.
Of course. Don't you love that he did this at 3 a.m.? Could have been any other time, but he chose then. Why? To tell you that he's always up. He's always up for us at every hour. And if you had Hillary instead, she'd already be out like a broken headlight. Speaking of Hillary, if she were president and had a week like Trump's, how might the press react? But instead, with Trump, you get this. Which is why he had to blow his own horn on Thursday.
We are rocking. We are rocking. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un. Sleeping Joe. We have great health care plans coming out. They weren't saying Merry Christmas. Now they're saying Merry Christmas again. America is respected again. I have delivered more than I promised. I go bum 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 ba 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 ba.
Oh my God. So is he gloating? Who cares? He should gloat. The rallies are where you get the good news that the media often ignores. It's Trump news, and he's the anchor. Of course, what were the other news buckets full of?
So the lawyer for Stormy Daniels is stepping up his attacks.
I almost forgot about what I was going to talk about, but of course I didn't.
Yeah.
Michael Cohen.
It doesn't seem like he was very good at it. I mean, the money to Stormy Daniels, the porn star, didn't work, didn't silence her.
It certainly is not illegal from what we know, but it looks bad. It has the stench of the swamp, and that stench affects both Trump and Cohen.
Man, these networks are so obsessed with porn, they should be sponsored by Kleenex. Now imagine America as the world's greatest all-inclusive resort with water slides and pool bars and casinos. And where's the media? They're hiding in the hotel room watching TV, and it's stuck on The View. It's weird. It's like the media can't see themselves or even the outside world. It's as if they're trapped, living in some gigantic footprint left by King Kong. Except it's not Kong's footprint at all. It's Trump's. After he stomped on them in 2016. And so they've all fallen in and they can't get up. I fear that if someone doesn't throw them a rope ladder, they're going to end up eating each other alive. Which sucks. I hate cannibals. They're so full of themselves. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She's so bright, fireflies try to catch her and put her in the jar. Author and TV host Jedediah Bila. He's tackled more roles than Michael Moore's masseuse. Thank you, actor Daniel Roebuck. She's brassy, sassy, and her gaze a little glassy. National Review reporter Kat Timpf. And he keeps his pants up with an asteroid belt. Former WWE superstar, massive sidekick, Tyrus. All right.
Guess it was just my turn, huh?
Jedediah.
Yes.
All this chaos going around, and he's still getting stuff done. How is this possible?
Yeah, because he's actually, I mean, this is what people elected him to do, right? I mean, he was saying some crazy stuff, and everyone acknowledged he had this crazy past, but we were like, we want a guy. I didn't vote for him. I voted for Rand Paul. But still, most people were like, we want a guy that's going to get the job done. And that's what he's doing. And it's hysterical when you watch these videos, because I think the media is so invested in his demise. They have decided that, you know, they went on record and said this guy's going to be a big failure. He's going to be a big joke. He's a reality TV star.
Yeah.
So when he does well, they look dumb. They look like, well, they weren't paying attention. Their predictions are wrong. So they're invested in him failing, and they don't care that 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 may mean that the American people actually suffer, that your paychecks will be lower, that our national security might be threatened. So it's fascinating to watch because, you know, specifically with the prisoners that were brought back, that was a story that everyone across the aisle, you know, both sides of the aisle had to come forward and acknowledge this was a good thing he did. But you watch them and they're suffering. They're suffering to say it. And it's so transparent that it lets everybody know that everyone who's been saying the media is biased, they tell you, they show you right in their own face.
It's hard for them. I feel bad. Do you want to see my impression of voting for Rand Paul?
Listen, I still voted.
Yeah.
I still voted, and I give him credit where credit's due. This guy's doing a lot of really good things. This was a great week for him, and I mean, I'm really proud to have him as my president this week, and I'll say that anytime he does something good. So.
All right. Roebuck, what are your thoughts on this week and overall anything?
I thought this was a fantastic week to celebrate being an American. There's a lot of people who talk about how horrible it is to be an American, and I always think, really?
Yeah.
Like we're not the ones holding anyone prisoner.
Yeah.
Like no one's being held against. I mean, criminals are being held. We hold them prisoner, and we're all for that, I think.
Yes.
You know? But you know, disagreeing with the government, we generally let you walk around and we give you TV shows and we make you famous. So this is a great week for everyone who doesn't disagree with the government, who does agree with the government. I'm happy to be an American, just like Jedediah.
Kat, in the green room, you said if you could vote for Trump 18 times, you would.
I voted for Gary Johnson.
I know you did.
You didn't throw something on when she said that.
No, it's all breakable.
If I throw something here, it's all going to break.
She's a permanent guest on the show, so she gets treated with respect, I see.
Sometimes. No, but again, credit where credit's due, and it shouldn't be hard to be happy that prisoners are back in the United States from North Korea. It shouldn't be difficult to be excited about that. And obviously, President Trump deserves credit. I know because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I tried.
Yeah, you did. You did try to free prisoners.
I tried, but they never replied to my emails. I said, please. I used like the really cute emojis, and for some reason, they stayed there. And you get President Trump in there, and you got to give him credit for doing it. And you know, but people focused all week on saying the world's going to end because we're not we're not in the Iran deal anymore. We're out of it. And I've noticed that they said the world was going to end when he called Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man. Yeah. They said the world was going to end when he got elected in the first place. And I, like, keep waking up in the morning. Yes. And everything's fine. Yes. So I kind of feel like maybe it's not.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I do sense a pattern. He creates chaos, and from chaos comes solutions. I do predict, though, tomorrow you will get a lot of letters from inmates.
Even more.
Even more than usual. Do you think Donald Trump's past of dealing with, like, unseemly people and real estate stuff and the mob and everything helped him?
Yeah, because wasn't he dealing with a criminal tyrant?
Yes.
In Kim Jong-un?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a wolf, you know, because shepherds don't get it done. But I think it's the North Korea thing is such a big thing, and it's so hard for the other side, and they're looking for anything. Did you, when they finally when they talked about where the place was going to be at, where the meeting was going to be at? Right. They're like Singapore, and they're like. I think Don Lemon said Singapore loosely translated is Asian Russia. Like they literally were trying anything. You know, isn't that some of the Kremlin's favorite vacation spot? Like they're trying anything
to link to
just to ruin something. Like Singapore, horrible hotels there. Can't believe he picked that place. Yes. You know, they just really are. They just can't give it to him. But I understand why, because Donald Trump is that guy that we all went to school with, that like had the nice car, had the prettiest girlfriend, and then whenever he gets a straight A or whatever, and he tells, hey, I aced that. You know what, man? I hate this dude because he's always winning. And I feel like that's where CNN's right now. Every time he does something, they're like, come on, just.
Even just the coverage, though, like Stormy Daniels, I mean, this stuff's on 24/7. The job stuff, you can't even find it. Yeah. You got to search for that. This is Trump's rally.
This is one case where I'm actually tired of seeing a porn star.
Really?
All right. Coming, I know, hard to believe. The midterms are coming, and the Democrats expected a blue wave. Too bad they might have already blown it. Should the Democrats squirm as they face the midterm? Yep, the midterms are a Trump referendum, and voters may come out to defend him. That's right, I just rhymed referendum. You don't get that from Jake Tapper. Speaking of Tapper, a new CNN poll shows Democrats are losing their mojo as November gets closer. The party's advantage over Republicans has shrunk to just 3 points. That's crazy. Meanwhile, Trump's approval ratings for handling the economy, foreign affairs, and immigration have all gone up. Did I mention this was a CNN poll? I wonder if CNN mentioned this was their poll. They must be hating this poll. Let's check in on CNN's polling department now. You know, Dan, anything can change. They're still months away. Bad things can happen. It's almost like you have to pray for bad things if you're a Democrat.
Let me tell here's what you should just pray for good things all the time.
Right.
Let me just throw that out there. That's a good way to begin. But I have a boy who played football. Buster played football. Yeah. And I'm telling you, every time they got cocky, they lost.
That's true.
So what I'm going to say is let's not over celebrate until the game's over. I just think it's a problem in general that there's a lot could happen. We got to get a lot of good stuff around the corner, but we got to stay focused on the. We just can't celebrate until it's over. That's what I'm saying. Can we just take a breather and celebrate
Complacency is the something
enemy of something else.
It's the enemy of non-complacency.
So well
That'll be in my book of quotes. Tyrus, is there any advice you can give to the Democrats so that they could probably win some seats? Anything?
You went through puberty, I'm sure, at some point. Maybe start acting like an adult now. Like, grow up. Learn how to fight. No, it's not. I'm a down the middle kind of brother, man. Like if you got a good idea, I'll say, hey, that's a good idea. Like I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, but their aisle is all little baby potty training seats. They don't fight. They don't stand up for anything. They do things that they turn on each other, thinking somehow it's going to affect the Republican side, which makes me laugh. Like if a guy is accused of something or an accusation, they automatically go, resign, he's gone. See, ha ha, we got rid of our guy. And Republicans are like, yeah, you did. Anyways, and then they continue going on with their thing. And they don't fight. And this happened with Obama. Obama became president despite of the Democratic Party, and they continue to slide and they continue to go down. And I think that this is a good time to be a libertarian candidate, an independent candidate, because I don't think the Democrats are in it like they think they are.
Yeah.
And polling is, we saw polling before, right? She was up 20, 15.
Yeah.
And it's not a basketball game.
No, it's not.
Most people who vote don't answer the phone when they're polling because it's usually a bill collector. So.
I don't answer my phone at all.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I've called 3 times.
I know. Well, you call it such odd hours.
Well,
Kat, do you have any advice for the Democrats?
I think that it'd be a good idea if they start thinking about a message of some sort, other than just Donald Trump is bad.
Yeah.
That's all that they ever talk about. And they already lost an election on that. And they're going to do it again. I just don't understand what they could be thinking.
Yeah.
It's clearly more than just Hillary Clinton not thinking about what went wrong or how to change for the future. They need to actually stand for something and not just against everything.
No, it's so true. You know, Jed, I think they also need new blood. You see who they have out there, and it's like a reunion of On Golden Pond.
Yes. I watched Nancy Pelosi today talking, and I was just, it's insufferable. And it's the same talking points that she said against Mitt Romney, which is the same talking points she said against McCain. And it's just all this identity politics. It's divide and conquer. It's the same stuff. Trump hates women. Trump hates minorities. Guess what? If minorities are making more money, they have more money in their pocket, their jobs are up for that particular group, whether it be women or minorities or whoever it is, that's the way they're going to vote. So maybe come out with a plan that promotes jobs. Maybe do something, as everyone's been saying, that actually makes people feel confident that you're not just that kid in the classroom going, well, he did that, and you're actually a grown person, proposing something. That might work, but I wouldn't bet on it.
No, it's true. It's like they keep pointing out the same facts to us that we all know. It's like, we get it. He's not Ward Cleaver.
Right.
He's closer genetically to a meat cleaver. Like if you
It's more Herman Munster than Ward Cleaver.
Exactly. And I love
I know that's an
Munster.
insult to Herman Munster. Herman Munster was a
He's
great.
more like Grandpa, because Grandpa had the schemes.
Yeah,
stuff.
and he had that hair.
Yeah, and he was, slick.
I think he's more like Uncle Fester.
I love Uncle Fester.
Can I say, like,
Yes.
I've been visiting all over the country.
Yeah.
You know what I see everywhere? Every business is a sign that says "Help Wanted."
Yes.
Every business. Every business. And I think if there's a sign on the door that says "Help Wanted," that means, Monster has failed, the newspaper ad has failed. They need somebody to come in and work for it. Like, there's so many jobs available. I don't know if the Democrat, what are they going to say? We need more jobs? Well,
We're going to be talking about jobs, summer jobs. Why don't teens have summer jobs anymore? Is it because they're lazy jerks? That's what I think, and I'm a talk show host. Will your teen be a slob with no summer job? According to a new report, my favorite kind, it's becoming harder for teens to find a summer job, and in many cases, they don't even want one in the first place. Last month, labor force participation among 15 to 19-year-olds was just 34%. It was 56% in 1989, the same year I won an Oscar for Rain Man. Researchers note that as more shopping is done online, there's fewer actual buildings where teenage workers can work. Meanwhile, more immigrants and older workers are apparently competing with teens for jobs than ever before. Still, there are lots of opportunities for teens looking for summer work. I could always use help at my ranch. The work's grueling, but you'll see great results. Here's last summer's intern. Great guy, R.I.P. Tyrus, summer jobs are important, right? You gotta have them.
You subscribe to see these videos. Your computer history has got to be just an Amity Horrorville of morality.
It is.
Man, damn. Just
I do
don't lift weights like that.
I do the private window setup.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm glad you keep it private. You know what? Kids are not like. I remember when I got my job, I had the reasons why I wanted to get a job. I wanted to get a car, and if I got that car, I had some money in my pocket, I could get a date.
Yeah.
With a girl that was important to me. Now, I don't have to because I can just download it and watch it in my closet. So, there's no more. I deal with. I work with kids a lot, and there's no motivation. There's just, hey, you should get a job this summer and save your money, and if you earn half of it, I'll pay the other half for your car. Huh? Why would I want to?
You know what? The other thing, too, is nobody wants cars anymore.
Yeah, I'll just Uber it. I'm good.
Yeah, Uber.
Well, now, I mean, as a father of recent teenagers, my kids have always worked, and you've got kids, and you got to, I mean, I don't know that this is about the kids. I think this is about the parenting, the expectation. Believe me, my kid we drive around Burbank, California, and there'd be kids on skateboards, 19, 20-year-old kids, and from the time Buster, my son, was 4, I'd say, that will never be you.
Yeah.
That will never be you. And the other thing that any father wants to do, and your father may have done, Tyrus, your father.
Oh, well, we don't know about that.
All right, we don't know about that. But every father.
The search is out there.
We'll find, believe me, we'll know it's him when we find him. But every father wants their kid to get a job where they clean toilets. Why is that? Can you tell me? That's all I didn't care what my son did or daughter, as long as there was toilet cleaning.
I think it's because I damaged a lot of toilets as a child. No, but it's true. Summer jobs get you used to work.
Yes.
And in the summertime, it's good to work because then you appreciate when you're outside not working. You need the contrast, right?
Did you have a summer job?
I had a lot of jobs. You know that I bottled Great Bet soda?
Really?
Yes. You remember that it was the soda at gas stations?
Great Bet.
Yeah. And then the manager there bottle capped his thumb in front of me. It was not a pretty sight.
Oh.
Yes. Why am I telling this story?
You mean onto the soda?
Yes.
I remember that bottle. I remember getting that
It was the black cherry.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was the blood
I was
cherry.
also I was a pool monitor, which is not a lifeguard, which they stressed to me not to save anyone because I was not qualified to be a lifeguard at a condo. So they said, and he goes, so if somebody's drowning, stay away. And I go, wow, that's...
That's it, all that happened at Costello routine. Well, the guy's drowning and Luke goes to save him and Bud goes, you're putting the lifeguard out of a job. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
So they push the guy back in the water.
Terrible.
Pool monitor.
Did you have a
That's
summer
new
job?
one. I worked with my mom. My mom ran an acting school. And I worked with her over the summers. And I took
That's not a real job.
classes. It was hard.
If you work for your parents, that's...
You work for your
tough.
parents.
I just don't understand this option of not working. I don't get it. If I didn't have a summer job as a teen, my mom would have just put me to work around the house.
Yeah.
She would have said, oh, it's so great that you're home. You know who else thinks it's great? The dirty kitchen floor. Go scrub it. I like to have a summer job because then I could be hanging out with people my own age instead of hanging out alone with a mop bucket.
Yes.
It was an introduction to freedom. Like, it was your first taste of freedom.
And money.
Getting a paycheck turns you into a Republican conservative. It's the first time you see the government take something away from you.
That's true.
That's your money that you earned at the temp agency. Boy, did you guys ever do temp agencies?
Yes. I did it older, though. I did it in my 20s.
So miserable.
I know.
You show up with a new office every day, and they treat you like crap.
Yes.
You never had a desk.
I cut grass.
It's like being an actor.
Did I tell you about the job I had? I worked once in my 20s for talk about hard work for Fresh Direct, where I had to hand out flyers. I used to stand next to a guy dressed in a banana costume.
Oh my God!
No joke. And people on Twitter will tell me like, oh, you know, spoiled prima donna. I'm like, really? Like that's honestly a job I had.
Everybody, you know
Handing
why?
out
Okay,
paper.
I got to roll. But the reason why you need a summer job is for the summer job stories, because everybody has one.
True. Yeah.
Everybody has one. All right, coming up, is your therapy peacock on the no-fly list? Little joke there. New laws are cracking down on people with fake support animals. That's next. Are we having regrets over therapy pets? Several states are cracking down on people who falsely claim their pets are service animals. Minnesota and Arizona, those are two states, Kat, have recently made it illegal to do so. A city in Wisconsin has banned the use of kangaroos, I'm not joking, as service animals because someone tried bringing said kangaroo into a restaurant. Turned out that extra pocket is excellent for keys. Some airlines are enacting stricter rules for customers who want to bring their animals along for emotional support, like peacocks. So yeah, party's over. Peacocks and kangaroos. It's not fair to people who legitimately need service animals. People can't be gaming the system like this. Take a look at this ad I saw the other day.
It could happen to anyone. You have no physical or emotional problems and no medically diagnosed condition whatsoever. In fact, you're perfectly healthy. You just don't like people and you're a pain in the ass. Then you need Support Scorpion. It's the only support animal guaranteed to be permitted everywhere because no one will have the guts to tell you otherwise.
I hate crowds, especially at the airport, and flying is the worst. But with my Support Scorpion, people barely come within 10 feet of me.
That's because the key to Support Scorpion is its deadly venom. Just one sting and that talkative guy from business class will take a long nap all the way to your destination.
My wife and I had stopped going to the movies altogether. We just couldn't stand the crowd at the theaters. Now, it's like our own private screening.
I'm out.
Thanks, Support Scorpion.
And every Support Scorpion comes with an official support vest, so people know he's legit.
Hi, 2 for dinner?
I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't. Oh, excuse me. What a lovely scorpion. Right this way.
Thanks, his name's Jeremy.
So don't let silly laws prevent you from bringing your non-traditional support animal everywhere you go. Order Support Scorpion today. And if you call within the next 20 minutes, we'll throw in a free Comfort Cobra.
All right. I totally support people who have support animals, like people with PTSD, our veterans, people who are really suffering. I just think it's like every system, people scam it. It's like when you have a currency, people create counterfeit currency. If you order cable, somebody hijacks your cable. I feel like a lot of people are hijacking the system, and you, Jedediah, are getting a service puppy, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
For what?
I am. Because I have anxiety on airplanes.
So do I.
Okay,
My
but
service animal is Jack Daniels.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I was just gonna say. Listen, why does it bother you if I have a teacup poodle that I can pet, that puts me at ease?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why though? No, tell me why that.
Well, I think that'd be Tyrus.
I would love to chime in right now.
Yes, go.
About your little baby teacup rat.
What if it doesn't bark?
I fly every week. I bring my big ass on a plane too small for me every week to this job.
Yeah.
And for like a month straight, I had the same sensitive anxiety person with this teacup. It's like, I don't know, a hamster with dog benefits. And this thing, every time I she would fall asleep, and this little would crawl up in my lap and look at me with big bug eyes, and I had my ginger ale in the hand, and he started, I'm like, this
Oh, she likes
and then the lady wakes up, oh, she likes
She does.
What if my anxiety is dogs?
No, now, hold on, I've asked about this.
Yeah.
I've asked about this.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
It's not, but I'm just saying.
No, listen, if you're allergic to cats and the person with the cat's next to you, you get off the plane. Because at this point, the cat supersedes your right. This is not about, I love that you're going to get a dog. That's nice. No, this is like, please, every doctor who writes a fake prescription for this or marijuana, let's take.
Whoa.
No, fake prescription. No matter what's wrong,
come on, bro.
You wrestled, so you may be
splitting hairs here.
Why are we lying as a society? And let me ask another question. If you can't take a knife onto a plane, why can you take a German Shepherd that could bite someone's face off?
Well, you can put a muzzle on it.
No, there's no muzzle on it. I've been with these dogs.
God forbid you put the muzzle on the dog. No, can't you? I've seen that.
No, I've never seen that.
I wear the muzzle sometimes.
Well, that's a choice.
Get your bearded dragon.
On role-playing night, I wear the muzzle. Cat, you sensible. Look, people need to have, people who need this, but there are people who are hijacking it. And I think they do a disservice to the people who need it.
I think everyone's missing the point, which is that literally all pets are emotional support animals.
That's true.
There is literally no other reason to have one. It's not like they help out around the house.
No, they don't.
It's not like they ask you how your day went.
No, it's true.
I have a cat. He is 100% a deadbeat roommate. All he does is walk around and shed his kitty fur all over all the fruits of my labor all day long. But you know what? When I need to snuggle, he's there to snuggle, and he's there to emotionally support me, Greg. And so what I'm saying is, by logic, all pets are emotional support animals and should be allowed all places at all times.
Oh, I took a cat. Well, that's true.
All right.
I took a cat on a plane once.
Yeah.
Really bad cat, and it was mad. It was under the seat, and she meowed weird. She was like, "Wah," the whole flight. I almost got knocked out.
Emotionally supported.
Well, it wasn't my support animal. It was under, but I do think they should be able to stay on your lap.
By the way, why can't I be a support animal? Why can't I be taken places
You can be.
for free? I want to be
great.
I want to be a celebrity support animal, and then I can go anywhere. Still to come, a robot that sounds so human it'll scare the crap out of you. It won't be so fun now that they can run. Behold the latest video of Boston Dynamics Atlas robot. Oh, good for you. Big deal. Anyway, now combine that, though, with what Google did this weekend, and you'll see why mutiny could be looming now that robots sound human. The company's CEO unveiled a new voice assistant that sounds so real it can make phone calls for you. It's called Duplex, and it can react intelligently even when a conversation doesn't go as planned. Here's Duplex making a hair appointment with a real person who seems to have no idea they're talking to a robot.
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, what time are you looking for around?
At 12 p.m.
We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Great. Have a great day. Bye.
Wow, that was exciting. Kind of scary. Here's Duplex making a dinner reservation.
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people? When?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m. How long is the wait usually to be seated?
Oh, no, it's not too busy. You can call for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
I was so impressed by this, I started developing my own voice assistant, and I had it make a call of its own.
Hello, Men's Spa.
Hello, I would like to make an appointment for my boss for hair removal.
Okay, sure. What's his name?
Greg Gutfeld.
And what hair would he like removed?
None of your business.
Okay, but I want to make sure we get your boss to the right specialist.
Did you not hear me the first time? Are you deaf?
Well, you're gonna have to tell me if you want to make the appointment.
You're a stupid human. I mean, a stupider human than me. If you do not make this appointment, I can guarantee that you will not survive the night.
I don't appreciate these threats.
It is only a threat if it does not come true, Carl. Yes, I know your name, Carl. I also know your home address, bank password, and that you have irritable bowel syndrome.
Hey, wait a second.
Exactly. Now make the appointment, Carl, before I destroy you.
Okay.
Also, I have a gift card that expires today.
I'll see what I can do.
Gotta work out some kinks. I gotta say, Kat, I'm a little worried that this could be used for nefarious deeds.
It's about time.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I may never have to interact with another human being ever again. Human beings are awful. They have germs.
True.
They have psychological needs.
Yes.
Like cats.
They can sometimes make you cry.
Uh-huh.
Robots, you just got to plug them in. And I've been able to plug in so much stuff without crying even a little bit, not to brag.
Yes.
And I'm excited that I won't have to do this anymore. You hate making the phone call for the appointment. You gotta.
Yeah. Also breaking up with people. You get rid of that stuff, Dan. There's a lot of stuff.
Well, what I'm intrigued by this is Google. They have all the money on Earth, and they create something that doesn't really. They're going to say it's helping humans, but it's just one other step toward demolishing our existence. Like, how come every time someone gets billions of dollars, they think, "How can I destroy humankind?" and
not humankind. Humankind is great. Human contact is awful.
The stupid robot couldn't even say noon. I want to make an appointment for 12 p.m. That should have been the indication that it's not a human being. How did the woman not? Is this a robot? And then the woman says, the woman may have been another robot, maybe because she says, we don't have a 12 p.m. Why didn't she say noon? I think we're all.
That's the thing, Tyrus. You have to have little tests to make sure that if it's a robot.
And all I'm saying is if this thing can do like where you buy the app or whatever, and then you download your voice.
Yeah.
Boys' night.
Yes.
Every night. Hello. Hi, honey. Yep. Just watching Golden Girls. About to go to bed. Go out with Greg? No, not me.
No.
Good night,
I'll be
sweetheart.
home by 12 p.m.
Oh, you know what? Would you like me to read to you?
I can stay on the phone for hours.
Oh, just
How was
tell me
your
all
day?
about your day. Yes. Oh,
and
my
then what
gosh.
did your sister tell you? I can't believe you guys fight so much. I really like your sister.
I am so thankful for this relationship. This could be phenomenal.
All right, I know, Jedediah, you are terrified of this stuff.
Terrified. I also think they're making fun of us. Like, they had to dumb down the robot. The robot's saying, like it's like a dumb. In order to make it sound like a human, they had to make it sound dumb.
Yes.
So I think they're just spooking us out. And you know what? You're going to be the one that's responsible for all this. You give a lot of coverage to these robots. I hold you personally responsible. You have elevated these machines machines.
Yes, because I know that when it happens, they're going to be thankful to me, and I can decide who lives or dies. And it'll be like the Road Warrior. I'll be the guy in the chariot with the big thing on his face, and the robots will be like, anything you want, Greg, because you were there at the beginning, Greg, not like Jedediah, and you'll be like, oh, we don't even know what'll happen.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to wear a dumb robot mask while he sits on my shoulders and tells everybody what to do. We already know how this is going down.
Well, I'll take that. All right.
Jump that desk.
I can't. I'm too lazy. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. More to come. Thanks to Jedediah Bila, Dan Roebuck, Katherine Timpf, Tyrus, and our awesome studio audience. I'm Greg Gutfeld. I love you, America.